What's up guys, it's M004, I'm a videographer located in Lawton, Oklahoma, and today I want to bring you guys a little comparison on an amazing product that I've been using lately. So before we proceed on this comparison, let me just highlight the importance of audio on our field. And by our field, I mean anybody doing this professionally. So now I like to include everybody that's like a professional vlogger, professional blogger, these professional content creators, and everybody else that gets paid for this art. So without any further ado, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit the follow button or the subscribe button. Hit the little bell button, that way you'll be notified on future videos like this one. Now let's proceed to our video. So today I want to bring to you the Deity Pr2 compared to the DJI Mic 2 microphones. So these two products are somewhat designed for two, I want to say, very different individuals, but at the same time, they are pretty similar in many ways. Because if we compare portability, practicality, ease to use, and all those things, both these products do share those common features. However, this is where they tend to separate a little bit. And before I talk about the differences, let me just highlight the good things and the bad things on each. So the great things for the DJI Mic 2 is that it comes with two transmitters and one receiver, which means you can have up to two individuals talking at once. And the audio is actually quite impressive because I've used it on actual shoots, professional shoots that I was getting paid for. I felt confident enough to use this. Honestly, this little thing can punch pretty high for what it is. So the $400 you spend on this, now you can get it on Amazon for $379, I believe. And that's actually a pretty good deal if you really consider the things this thing can do. Now, if you do have any of the new cameras, i.e. the Canon, Sony's, Panasonic, and so on and so forth, you don't even need the wire that comes with this little bag. You basically just hook this on your hot shoe and it provides power directly to your DJI mic, and it also communicate with the mics directly. So you're getting audio, you're getting the data through the hot shoe, which is quite impressive. Now in this little bag, it comes with this tiny little block that holds basically both of your microphones and the receiver, and it charges it at the same time. So when you're charging everything, you basically just hook this with a little USB cable down here, and it charges all three elements at the same time, and you're good. And also within this bag, you get two wind muffs for your microphones, and they're actually pretty practical because they come with this little flange right here that looks like an auxiliary input, and you just put this onto your mic and it hooks up pretty good and you're good to roll. And other than that, you get this little cable that hooks up onto your camera. But again, like I said, if you already have a Sony, Canon, or Panasonic, any of the new cameras really, FX30, FX3, and so on and so forth, you are able to purchase this little, it's like a little hookup device, and you basically just plug this into your hot shoe and you plug in your receiver on this and you're good to go. So you don't need to hook up any wires onto your camera. And I believe this thing was like $25 or maybe $30. So it wasn't anything that expensive. And also you get this amazing little bag to carry it around. Now let's talk about the Deity. So the Deity actually comes in, they come in some luxurious boxes. However, here are the pros. The pros is that these are designed for real professional work. And what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to say that the DJI mics are not designed for pros. No, not at all. But I'm saying these, go a little notch extra. Why? Because of the things they do. So these come with a lapel microphone, which the DJIs don't come with that. So if you need that for your DJIs, you're gonna have to purchase it on your own, aside from the bag itself. So, and this lapel is not cheap. I believe, this is the one of Deity's semi-expensive lapel microphones, which run you roughly about $250. and you get to have that for free when you purchase this little guy. So this is battery powered. That's the second positive. Why? Because now, don't get me wrong, I think everything that's, you know, rechargeable is great until it's not, because when it's discharged, you need to find somewhere to plug it in and wait for it to charge. And these guys, you literally pop out batteries and put new ones, and you're good to roll, just like that. These come with an SD card inside, and just like the DJIs, they both record in 32-bit flow. So there is no way you could ever saturate your audio and distort it. So that's a positive for two. However, oh, and they do have internal recording as well. So yeah, they provide both of that. Both of those provide that. However, the thing the DJI beats the Deity is that the Deity does not hook up to your device. So you can't hook this up to your iPhone. I mean, you can hook it up to your computer, your laptop, and so on and so forth. I don't know how you'd hook this up to your iPhone and not look all messy. You could probably do it because you have an output and all of that. It's just not as clean as the DJI. Because the DJI, you can literally hook it up to your iPhone directly and you're good to roll. You're just moving and recording amazing studio quality audio directly into your iPhone if you're just vlogging or blogging, whatever it is that you do. But the thing this little guy does that the DJI cannot do is time code. This guy can provide and can take time code at the same time. So you can output and input. You can jam and output time code. And they provide an SD card in here, so you can actually remove the SD card and put it on your computer and get the audio, or just hook up the USB-C cable to your computer and get the audio out that way if you do need it. If you do need the audio on 32-bit float. The only problem that I've noticed with the 32-bit float is if you're recording in that format is that you cannot get stereo audio on this. So if you're recording in 32-bit float, you're only gonna get a mono channel, which is not a big deal really, because nowadays you just bring that to your computer and you basically create a second channel with that first channel and you're good to roll. So to me, it's never been really a big deal. But those are basically the main differences. Now, what would you choose? Well, here is my opinion, and this is just my personal opinion. I'm not asking you to do that. But if I had to pick one of these, based on what I do, this is $230. This whole set. So it comes with the audio box, the lapel microphone, the SD card, and 2 batteries. I would still go with this. Despite the fact that the DJI is so practical, you just hook it up and go and all that, I use time code a lot. And let me tell you, you do not know the frustration of having to hook up cables to anything until you have to do that. So if you have someone on stage for an interview, and you have to have this giant bulgy DJI mic, like on their pocket, yeah, you can hide it pretty good, pretty decent, but it's not as easy as this, because literally they just put this in their pocket, and you just bring the wire up and you hook it up with, if you've hooked audio, there are many ways of hooking up audio. So you have this that just goes between your buttons, and you can hide your microphone that way. You have these little guys. There are many ways to do that. But the one reason why I would pick this over the DJI would be for the time code capability. Because I use time code way too much, and I just don't think the DJI would be necessarily as easy to use as this. And I feel like using this just makes my life a lot easier. Going through the menus is not necessarily easy, but you can also get the Citus link on your phone and actually browse the menus, all of the menus, through the app. No issues whatsoever, just like you can with the DJI. I'm not sure if the DJI has an app for it, but I know the menus are super easy to browse on that receiver. It's just having your iPhone and controlling this, you know, everything through your iPhone. It's a lot easier because you can record, stop recording, listen to the audio and all of that through your phone. And it's so amazing. So for what they do and what I do, again, I would probably go with the Deity Pr2s. But hey, at the end of the day, you know, we all have a choice. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you know, regarding either one of these products, I own both. I've been fortunate enough to own both, and I've used them both on the field and for personal use. So I know I have a rough idea of their limitations, their pros and cons and all of that. And if you have any questions whatsoever regarding either one of these products, please do not hesitate to outline them down there or shoot them down there. I'll be more than happy to address those. Until next time, thank you very much. It's M00 Photo, and